What's up, YouTube? It's Fuzzy Motion, and today we're going to be talking about all the new changes in the latest patch to the Call of Duty Ghost game, and also some other personal issues, I should call them YouTube issues, that I want to make everybody aware of, and kind of just touch on a little bit. What you're seeing right now is some MSBS gameplay. I really haven't used this gun much since the first time it came out, and then it was really kind of deemed like a cheesy gun. I think this was my first gameplay on this map. This is the new Dynasty map from the Nemesis map pack. It's interesting because I feel like this map is familiar, but it really isn't. It's a lot of narrow corridors. It can be a little bit like a labyrinthy maze at sometimes. The other thing about it that's really strange is that you feel like you should be able to access certain parts of it, and then clearly you're not because, as you can tell, you'll just see me running into walls and stuff like, can I get back here? And it's like, no, you can't. You got to be careful, especially with these walkways. Some of them you can walk up, and then some of them, like if you're not right on top of the walkway, you just end up walking there like a friggin' idiot. I saw a ceiling tile fall down. I thought somebody was on the roof. You can't get on the roof. At least I don't think you can. That's why I'm looking up there. Just in case you're wondering why I'm staring up at the sky. I'm not high or anything. I'm just kind of looking around to see maybe somebody trying to get the drop on me. So, some of the changes that have been made in the latest patch. One of the big changes is that now hit markers turn orange when you deliver a death blow, and that sounds, as you saw right there, that sounds like a good idea in theory. But for those of us that don't have great connection, what that does is two things. Number one, it shows other people how bad your lag really is, because a lot of the times you could be shooting a shit ton of bullets and you could hit them at what it appears to be 7 or 8 times, and then you don't get the orange hit marker until, you know, very late after you've been already firing for a while. And then the other thing that it shows you, at least from my perspective, is how fast I get melted by certain weapons when I'm not even weak, you know? Like, I'll just be running into a situation, and then all of a sudden I'll have like what appears to be one bullet land on me, and then all of a sudden the first hit marker is orange, and that's just not cool. And that's just a byproduct of all the bullets kind of registering at once instead of in succession like they should be. And that's, like I said, just it's a product of lag. It's a product of the environment. So it kind of, you know, I know what it's designed to do. It's designed to show you like when you actually killed somebody. But, you know, when you're talking about playing in an environment like this, it kind of adds a little bit of frustration to everything, because, you know, you're kind of seeing like how badly you're at a disadvantage, or some people are at an advantage. I mean, that's basically what these orange hit markers are doing here. And the MSBS is a weird weapon. I mean, when the game first came out, it was, you know, totally OP, you know, and it still is to some extent, but it's a little bit harder to use now. It's a little bit more of a niche weapon. You have to land. I mean, up close, the thing's a beast. You cannot even. You can't compete with it up close. You know, if you hit fire somebody and get hit markers, you know, you're doing it wrong. But this thing at any sort of range is really hard to use. You have to be very careful with it. I'm using a silencer and a red dot. I don't know if I have a grip. I think I put a grip on after this, because at distances it starts to rise up. But the thing about this gun is it fires so quickly that the succession of the bullets one after the other kind of feels like, you know, what we were just talking about, like you're playing on lag. So let's say, for instance, you know, you're playing and you're using an MTAR, right? And you're playing somebody, you know, who's lagging. Well, the guy that gets killed, who has all that lag, kind of feels like the first bullet that hit him from the MTAR was the death strike, you know, was the thing that killed him. With the MSBS, even if you're playing on LAN, it still feels that way, because the burst, this is a burst weapon, it bursts in 3 bullets, it hits so quickly that, you know, by the time the first bullet registers, you're already dead, because the third bullet's right on the way, especially if your aim's good. So that's why this gun's a little OP. And the only reason I wanted to use this is because I really, like I said, since this game first came out, I haven't used this gun. I just wanted to use some guns that I haven't come across, and you know, I've been big into the Remington, big into the MTAR, the Vector, all that good stuff. I just wanted to use some sort of quirky classes and have some fun doing that. This guy obviously has some vests on, which is why he's taking a while. I don't know why he kept running around. He must not understand the map. This was the first day of its release, so a lot of people are kind of running around trying to figure things out for the first time. And I just get cornered there, not much you can do. It's a real pisser when you hear your guard dog gets killed right after you do. You figure he goes in there and wrecks some shit, but obviously that's not going to happen right away. So let's go into some of the other topics I wanted to talk about. This, again, seems to be an issue, and I really don't want to give it too much addressing, but I think people need to understand why this is such a problem for me. I still get people soliciting views for their channel in my comment section, and it's really, like, you gotta understand what a shitty thing that is to do. That's like going on a date with somebody and then just saying, hey, nice shoes, you want to fuck. Like, it's the lowest common denominator. It's the cheapest way. Like, it really shows no integrity at all in a person to say, hey, nice video, come check out my channel. Like, it's fucking dumb. You know what I mean? The best way to do that, especially if you are a YouTuber and if you do have similar content, is, you know, to become a fan of that YouTuber, to you know, try to do some collaborative work with them, to maybe you know, enjoy their content for what it is and let it inspire you, and maybe hopefully, you know, that sort of relationship cultivates into something great. You know, not for nothing, but you know, 402 Thunder is one of a big influence to me, especially since, you know, he has a community channel, and you know, I've been trying to post to that channel for a while. I've been a big fan for a long time, you know, and if I just came to Thunder and said, hey, Thunder, you know, I make Call of Duty videos too, can you come look at them, maybe throw a like or something, he'd probably block my ass from the channel right away. But because I've been a fan for a long time, and because I've posted to his channel a few times, and because I've always singing his praises, you know, he's been nice enough to give me a voice on his channel and to let me come into contact with a lot more subscribers than I would have normally come into contact with. So, you know, it's a long process, but I mean, that's kind of the way, you know, things have to go, especially if you want that attention, because otherwise you're just going to get blocked, you're going to get banned, you're going to get ridiculed, because that shit's just stupid, you know what I mean? It's juvenile to do that sort of thing. It's juvenile to think that sort of thing works. It shows no integrity. And again, that's just my opinion of things. And I pitched that juggernaut right there, that maniac. I don't know whether he was damaged already or not, but man, the power of the knife in this game, whew, it's crazy. Another thing that has been on my radar as of late is a video I posted recently of me getting on some snipers and bitching and moaning. And one of them has the audacity to say, you know, I didn't consent to you using me in a video. I didn't consent to that sort of stuff, and I can sue you. And I just want to applaud this person for thinking outside the box, but then I also want to, again, degrade this person for having such a limited understanding of the legal system and of their Xbox Live Service Agreement. You guys might not know this, but in your Xbox Live Service Agreement, there is a clause. In fact, I will pull this clause up for you, and I will read the sentence that is of such importance for everyone to understand. Okay? There are two sentences that fall underneath the category called the following additional terms apply for Xbox Live games and Windows Live. And I am quoting. You should not expect any level of privacy concerning your use of the live communications features such as voice chat, video and communications in live hosted gameplay sessions. Okay? You understand that others can record and use these communications. Communications in live hosted gameplay sessions may also be broadcasted to others. This is in the Xbox Live Service Agreement that you all have to check whenever you log on or make an Xbox Live account. You cannot make that account without checking off that box, and checking off the box means that you read and understand those rules. So basically what that's saying is that other people may use your video and your likeness. Now, if somebody records you in broad daylight, right, and just, you know, uses your face or whatever, and they don't get a video release form, then yes, absolutely, you can definitely take it to them, if you know, especially if it's a widely broadcasted television show, and say, I didn't agree to that, and I didn't sign a release form, I didn't release my image and my likeness to be used, and that's totally fine. But the one thing you can't do is say, I didn't release my game character, because guess what? You don't own the in-game character that you're portraying. In fact, you don't even own the moniker that you're using, the Xbox Live name. Guess who owns that? Microsoft does. So really, the only thing you own is your voice, but that's coming through Microsoft again, and they've already said that you may have that recorded. So you have to understand how that all works. I forget what I go in this gameplay. It was a real tight one for Kill Confirmed. Sorry it took so long. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, favorite, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Please hit that like button, boys. YouTube, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.